Severe flooding in northeastern Nigeria has killed at least 30 people and affected more than 1 million others, the authorities have said. The collapse of the Alau Dam on the Nada River in Borno State caused some of the state's worst flooding since the same dam collapsed 30 years ago, and prompted residents to flee their homes. The state government said that the dam was at capacity due to unusually high rains. Officials expected the death toll to rise. The current flooding comes nearly 2 years after Nigeria's worst flooding in a decade killed more than 600 people across the country. Ezekiel Manzo, spokesman of the National Emergency Management Agency, put the death toll at 30. Residents of Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, said food has become expensive since the central market was destroyed in the floods. The swirling waters partially destroyed a local zoo and several animals escaped. Mary Mamza, a Maiduguri resident, said people were afraid to leave their homes after an escaped crocodile was killed near her home. West Africa has experienced some of its worst flooding in decades. More than 2.3 million people have been affected so far this year, which is a threefold increase from last year, according to the United Nations. African nations are losing up to 5% of their gross domestic product, GDP, every year as they bear a heavier burden than the rest of the world from climate change, a new report said after one of the continent's hottest years on record. The World Meteorological Organization said many African nations are spending up to 9% of their budgets for climate adaptation policies. Local officials said it was the worst flooding in the state in 2 decades.